It was just the second time in Premier League history a matchup between these two sides has ended goalless. Although United had David De Gea to thank for a couple of superb second-half saves. Here are the key issues from the showdown. Oops! Remember, you need to log in using your Sky to watch Premier League video. Watch highlights of Liverpool 0-0 Man United stifle Liverpool. Both Jurgen Klopp and his captain Jordan Henderson told Sky Sports of their frustration at not reaching their top level against Manchester United. Liverpool had gone into the game as the most exciting team in the Premier League, with 18 goals from 7 games. But they were stifled by the tactics employed by United and Jose Mourinho. In the first half, United stalled any hope the hosts had of making a fast start. Marcus Rashford crashed into James Milner early on, which was one of 10 fouls made by United players in the opening 45 minutes. Their final tally of 20 was their highest of the season so far and disrupted Liverpool's rhythm. Liverpool's shots in the Premier League 2016-17. Opponent total shots, including blocked shots: Hull City 32, Burnley 26, Swansea City 18, Leicester City 17, Arsenal 16, Chelsea 13, Tottenham 13, Man United 9. The home side didn't have a shot until 22 minutes in, while their passing accuracy, normally at 84.6%, was down to 77.4% midway through the first half. Gary Neville and, at halftime, Ryan Giggs praised the way Mourinho's side quietened the crowd and frustrated Liverpool. Ashley Young showed why he'd been selected for his first start in the league since January with his diligent defensive work, including a key tackle on Nathaniel Clyne in his own penalty box just before the break, while Ander Herrera, the man of the match, also showed discipline and bite, topping the match statistics for interceptions, 10, and tackles, 7. Watch Now TV. Watch Sky Sports for a circumflex £6.99. No contract. But for a miscued header from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, United could have walked away with all 3 points. But was that approach befitting of the United way? Jamie Carragher wasn't so sure. That performance tonight, I wouldn't expect it from a Manchester United team. Especially second half, how defensive it was, Carragher said. But you'd expect it from a Jose Mourinho team. I don't think there's anyone better in world football as a manager at nullifying the opposition and stopping a team. But would Manchester United fans accept tonight how defensive they were? De Gea's stunning saves. David De Gea pulls off a superb stop to deny Emmerich. David De Gea pulls off a superb stop to deny Emmerich. Manchester United limited Liverpool to just 9 shots on Monday, their lowest total in the Premier League this season by some distance. However, with 2 of those efforts they drew fine stops from David De Gea. First, Emmerich jabbed in a low, powerful shot through a crowd of legs from close range, which the Spaniard reacted quickly to, dropping to his right to parry the ball to safety. But better was to come. De Gea was at full stretch to deny Philippe Coutinho with 20 minutes to play, pushing clear the Brazilian's 25-yard, top corner bound drive with a strong right hand. After an error against Stoke last time out led to Joe Allen's equalizer, De Gea delivered a reminder at Anfield of his importance. We're looking at one of the best goalkeepers in world football, said Carragher. Does Sturridge disrupt Liverpool's style? Roberto Firmino took up a false 9 position after Daniel Sturridge's withdrawal. Roberto Firmino took up a false 9 position after Daniel Sturridge's withdrawal since Daniel Sturridge joined Liverpool in January 2013. He is second only to Sergio Aguero when it comes to goals per minute in the Premier League. His 43 strikes have come, on average, every 125 minutes. It's an impressive ratio, and it's clear to see why Klopp would be tempted to start the talented forward when he's fit. But does the England international interrupt Liverpool's attacking style? Sturridge touched the ball just once in the Manchester United box on Monday, and didn't take 1 shot in his 60 minutes on the field. He touched the ball in total just 22 times. Yet, when he was withdrawn for Adam Lallana after 60 minutes, it coincided with Liverpool's best spell of the game. Roberto Firmino was returned to his false 9 role, with Coutinho and Sadio Mane either side of him, and the Reds finally began to look like the fast-paced, interchanging, exciting side seen in recent weeks. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp says his side were not at their best against Manchester United and were not brave enough offensively. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp says his side were not at their best against Manchester United and were not brave enough offensively. Liverpool are starting to win the ball higher up the pitch, with more energy, said Gary Neville on commentary, after Lallana fired wide and then forced a corner. Coutinho tested De Gea and Firmino was flagged offside when through on goal. They are doing things in 2 minutes they haven't been doing for the last hour. Coutinho, Maine and Firmino, all of a sudden they're linking. They're closer together. It's a lot more difficult a game for United's defenders all of a sudden. The game has changed. Of course that's not to say Liverpool can't thrive with Sturridge in the team. He started, although didn't score, in their 4-1 win over Leicester and 2-1 victory at Chelsea. But the final half hour against United will have given Klopp food for thought when it comes to his strongest attacking unit. Nervous Karius. Jurgen Klopp was less than impressed with Loris Karius kicking late on Liverpool v Manchester United is one of the biggest games in world football, and it's fair to say the performance of 23-year-old Loris Karius betrayed some nerves. He's young but he's not comfortable, said Gary Neville, after the German passed the ball straight to Paul Pogba on the edge of the Liverpool box. That does not help. It runs through the rest of the team, that fear, that anxiety. The keeper was also caught out of position as he tried to punch clear an Ashley Young cross in the first half, before a long pass forwards in second half stoppage time went straight out of play, much to Klopp's annoyance. But former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher says patience is required with the young shot stopper, who has come in for the error-prone Simon Mignolet, and cited United's David De Gea as evidence goalkeepers can improve substantially. Karius is still yet to convince. But it's still very early days, and we should be looking at David De Gea and the problems he had when he first came. Jamie Carragher, it's early stages, Carragher said. He's looked very nervous. Mignolet creates a bit of nervousness in the stadium, and I felt that was caused tonight by the goalkeeper. He's still yet to convince. But it's still very early days, and we should be looking at the keeper at the other end and the problems he had when he first came. Now he's up there with Bayern Munich's Manuel Neuer as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Title contenders. Liverpool could have gone top of the Premier League with a convincing win on Monday night. Instead they sit fourth, 2 points behind leaders Manchester City and Arsenal. Manchester United, meanwhile, are in 7th, 5 points off the summit, and 2 points worse off than they were at this stage last season under Louis van Gaal. So what chance do the pair have of challenging for the Premier League? A good one, according to Ryan Giggs, who says they are not that far behind Pep Guardiola's City, in terms of title-winning ability. That's because of the inconsistencies, Giggs said. If you asked the question 3 weeks ago, everyone is saying City. Then they have negative results, and you're thinking it's anyone's. There are so many teams who can win it.